my gosh. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for waiting. Thank you for your patience. We're here. We're starting. Welcome to NightMayr, everybody. Before we go on, please like and subscribe if you're not already. If you're sitting there not subscribed, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Really, you should. This is going to be a big week tonight. Very excited for our guest. I met him. Well, we'll talk about how we met. Got a wonderful YouTube channel. It's the actual Justice Warrior. Shavez is here.
Oh, thank you for having me. Nice to meet you for the first time ever.
No, we have met. We met at Timcast.
Sure.
And we met before that.
Yes. And you remembered it when I met you at Timcast.
What you don't understand about me, what you will soon learn, Sean, is that I have a terrible memory, and it's made only worse by giving birth, because I think what happens during the birth process is as the baby comes out of you, it reaches up at the last minute and grabs about 40% of your brain.
Oh.
And then takes that while it's leaving.
Makes sense.
And then you just never grow it back. And that's what the research supports this. And but yeah, we met, what was it, at the Beacon Theater at the Mines event?
And like 2 other times, but
What?
it's okay.
Stop it.
I saw you when you were like, I don't know, maybe like, I'm not good at estimating pregnancy time. Maybe like 7-8 months pregnant. I feel like I met you then.
Was it at the Grifties?
No, I don't know what that is.
That was an awards show hosted by Hotep Jesus out in New Jersey. And that was something I know that I was at, very pregnant. Was it a comedy show?
No, you do comedy?
But well, now I kind of dabble. But hold on, where did you see me pregnant if not?
I feel like there was an event that I saw you at that year. Were you in one of those Austin events?
Yeah.
Like the Mines, like Austin something.
No, I did not get invited to that one.
There was like 2 of them.
I'm still salty about.
Oh. Well, mine shut down now, so you won that one. They went completely broke.
Because they didn't have me on their other event. No, I think they spent too much on that Beacon Theater event. But I'm fine with it because that was an epic night for me. That's the night I got engaged. June 25th, 2022.
Congratulations.
Yes, and now I'm married and now I have a baby that's why we were late, is because the bean couldn't sleep. He had crazy teething pain. Like he's finally getting his last couple top teeth, and he just decided to come down to the studio and meet. He really wanted to meet Sean. He wanted to hang out with producer Matt.
He's a big fan. That's why my show's a family show, obviously.
Yeah, he was a big fan. He was handing you toys, which means a lot.
He was also quoting crime statistics at me. I was like, wow, at 18 or no, almost 2 years.
2 years old. But he's been noticing since about 6 months old. So yeah, he's down with what's up. But yeah, it's good to have you here. This is so exciting because when I saw you at Timcast, I was excited that we were on the same show together. Was that the one Milo was supposed to host? Or was
yes, he was originally possibly going to be the host of that episode, but I think they bumped him to the next day and then he didn't show up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's typical. We love Milo. That is typical Milo. He blew me off twice and everyone knows that story. And he asked for Sancerre wine. I brought the Sancerre wine. He didn't show up. I had to drink the whole bottle angrily in this podcast studio that I rented just for him. So,
and you did that while you were pregnant. That was the craziest thing.
Oh, that was like years ago. But yeah, that was really, really fun. It was cool to just go to Florida and be like, oh wow, it's not 2 feet of snow out.
Yeah. Oh, we left like the coldest time in New York where people were literally freezing to death.
Yeah.
Just to go hang out in the warm weather. It was nice.
Homeless.
It was
nice. I want to hear about your origin story, which could be, sometimes it's long, sometimes it's not, but I want to know, like, were you always sort of like politically aware, opinionated? How did you get into YouTube?
I mean, for politics, I think I got into it maybe in like teenage years, but I got seriously into it at 19. Like I was a big Ron Paul guy at 19.
Wow.
Really into conspiracy stuff. So like I was like really hyped on the 9/11 truth stuff. Now I'm like, yeah, I believe a lot of things that were kind of dumb, but I know all that like
Are
world.
you not a 9/11 truther anymore?
No, I'm not, unfortunately.
You think it was not controlled demolition, or you think it was terrorists?
I think I'm gonna have to go with terrorists on that one.
Really?
Yeah, I know. It's disappointing
then-
for me because I was like,
then-
I was like building 7. I met like Luke Rakowski.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
At Ground Zero at one year where he was handing out flyers. Like I was really into it. I met Jesse the Body
wow.
Ventura.
Oh,
I have
wow.
some photo somewhere where I'm wearing a 9/11 was an inside job shirt with his book, the conspiracy theory book. But then I was like, I realized that certain points in the documentary, they make like arguments that are like literally never made by the official story. And then they go to debunk that. Like there's one from Loose Change, I'll never forget it, where they're like, the official story is the plane vaporized on impact with the Pentagon. And I'm like, as I got older and less stupid, I was like, well, no, there's no way that they actually said that the plane went from solid metal, not even to a liquid, to vapor. And I'm like, okay, this.
Loose Change, is that by Jason Burma?
Yes.
I know Jason.
I know. I remember when he used to be the info warrior on Alex Jones's network.
Oh, wow.
Like, I was really into this.
That was before I was watching InfoWars. So damn. So he's been in it forever.
Yeah.
And I met him. Well, he had done my show. I had done his show, but I hadn't met him in person till January 6th, which is like, I feel like when I met so many people in person.
In the Capitol, right?
It was a memorable day. No, actually in the hotel. A lot of us
when you were taking Nancy Pelosi's laptop, right?
Yes, of course.
And you never got a pardon for that, so you could still be charged, right?
I would love a pardon. Yeah, I took her tampons. I took her
her tampons. She's like what, 95?
They were prehistoric tampons. They were
antique. She had them framed.
It was just dust. Okay, that's so neat. So you really think that? I guess I could be convinced. I'm open to be. I would probably prefer it be terrorists than an inside. I would prefer it be an outside job than an inside job.
I haven't heard that phrase in a long time.
Because I think, like, if they had all these documents they wanted to get rid of, like, they don't need to blow up a building to get rid of documents.
That was like the thing. It was like first of all, the reason we know there were financial documents in like World Trade Center 7 is because they were recoverable from like the hard drives. So it's like, if you wanted to get rid of that stuff, why wouldn't you burn the hard drives?
All that, like, and they can still get the documents. Yeah, it's like, damn it.
Yeah, it's some like tech company. Because, when they smash like hard drives or whatever, they could recover them. They were able to do that back then. I've
never smashed a hard drive. I feel like you haven't lived.
I mean, I have. But for other reasons.
Okay, that's so neat. All right, so maybe it was an outside job. That's cool. That's comforting.
Unfortunately, it's not as fun. Like it's like, but Muslims, they're gonna Muslim.
But I guess what bothers me still is like what seems like an implosion of the building. But I haven't watched very many planes fly into buildings, and like what is the right way for a building to fall down?
Yeah, it's also like the Building 7 stuff. That one really killed me. I used to love Building 7. It's my favorite thing. And then I found out that almost all the footage on YouTube had been sped up, so it fell at like free fall.
Wow.
And then there was like a subdivision. There's videos on this where they break it down. There was like a subdivision before, like under Building 7 that they built the beams around, so it was like kind of like this. And then the antenna strikes it, and there's photos from that side. We only see it on the news footage from like the north side instead of the south side. I was like, oh, like the Building 7, like that was like my big hang on for like years and years. And now there's like random Indian guys on YouTube debunking it. I'm like,
it's
Indians.
Always once the Indians get to it, it's ruined.
I know. And if Indians are like, they're gonna prove Muslims did something wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just science.
So you were a 9/11 truther. So what year was that? It had to have been after like 2001.
2009, I got really into it, and then the Ron Paul campaign after his 08 one. Whoops, I didn't do that. After his 08 one, and then I got into it for his 2012 one, which was a lost cause. And then I went to university and I got a degree in criminal justice. I got a job at my school, like
Where'd
doing
you go?
John Jay College of Criminal Justice, and they didn't pay me.
That's is that in Queens?
No, it's in Manhattan.
Oh, okay, Manhattan.
It's on like 60th Street.
Okay.
But like then they didn't pay me when I got the job. So I was going broke, like using my credit cards to get there.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Did they ever end up paying you?
They did, because my wife
Are you
worked.
sure it wasn't an internship and you were just confused?
No, I had the internship and that created the job.
Okay.
Like, so they didn't pay me, and then I was like, okay, I don't want to work for anyone else. So I'm going to use all my video skills to try to make a YouTube channel. And I was like, if I get 1,000 subscribers in a year, I'm like, this will be my job. I'll do nothing else. And I'm like, if I don't, then I'll go get a regular job. And I got it in like 7 months.
Wow.
So
and so what year was this?
2016.
Okay.
Which I hate saying I started in 2016 because then it's like I was inspired by Trump. It's like, no, I was into this when it was like Alex Jones and like there were 5 political YouTube channels on the internet. Like, and, you know, that's why I was.
Who was in it at the beginning of the game?
Back then, it was Alex Jones, like the Young Turks, which, you know, obviously I made a lot of videos making fun of them. The Amazing Atheist. Thunderfoot and Lee Doran, How the World Works was his channel.
Okay, I've heard of that one.
That was basically it when I started.
Wow.
Or when I started like
you.
watching YouTube, not when I started doing YouTube.
Yeah, I regret not getting into YouTube, like when people were telling me to and when I was like watching it. And I could have got in at like 2006. I wasn't doing anything else, but it would have been content that no one would have wanted to watch. It would have been just like, here's me doing my makeup, because I wasn't like politically activated yet. I wasn't an interesting person.
I would have wanted to get in 2 years earlier, 2014, like ride that wave. And now I'm like, all right, whatever. I guess it's fine now.
But you got in 2016, which is plenty early enough. It's like I got into it in 2020, it was either that or OnlyFans, right? So I made my choice.
So you decided to do both?
Yes.
Oh, you don't tell them that this is actually
that was our secret. That was our secret, Sean. No, I don't.
That's how you contacted me, through my OnlyFans, which is weird because like I don't have any women subscribers normally.
I know I'm your biggest sub.
No, the dudes are.
Your feet pics are late, Sean.
Dang.
So I don't even know what I would like. People who want feet pics, like they want them doing strange. I don't even know. Like,
are you on WikiFeet or whatever?
I am on WikiFeet.
What's your rating?
I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. It's pretty high.
She knows.
I don't know what it is.
Knows.
I don't know what it is. I haven't looked.
She knows.
Don't bring it up on the screen, Matt. We're trying to keep this a professional program.
It's a family show.
Don't you dare bring it up, Matt. Stop looking at it. What is the rating?
I've never been on this website.
Okay. Okay. All right. We're traumatizing the producer. He's.
Oh wait, 4.49.
Out of what?
5.
That's pretty good.
I'm slipping. I did not invite you here to talk about WikiFeet, damn it. So you start making videos in 2016. That's so cool. And you realize like I could make a living at this. Like I think I'm going to make enough.
It was like my goal to do that. And I got lucky. Like this is my secret Israeli connection. So I got reached out to by the David Horowitz Freedom Center, and he wanted to, and God rest his soul, David Horowitz passed away. He wanted to like embed my videos on like one of his like websites.
Oh, wow.
Now, David was like 80 years old at the time, and he didn't realize you could just do that. So he ended up paying me to do that. And that kind of made my channel like financially viable, maybe a year before it was. And then I produced like videos about education, because he was like, oh, woke education is where it's at. This is before Libs of TikTok. So I produced a series. Nobody watched it. Then Libs of TikTok ended up doing that. So I got lucky. Like they made me monetizable or like financially independent maybe a year before I would have been, because they were paying per video, way too much per video.
Cool.
Like I had 7,000 subscribers. They were paying me more than some ad reads pay me now per video.
Wow.
It's insane. And then they flew me to a Freedom Center event where I met Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens.
Wow. Back when they were besties, I guess.
Back when all the old people at the event thought they were dating.
Pelling around. Yeah, I did hear some rumors of that.
Yeah.
So crazy. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so when did you have a focus when you started? Like you knew, other than like the videos that you were kind of being paid to do, or did it kind of like just organically happen over time?
I always say like I never went viral. Like I was like slow. I was like, you have to be consistent. So I would at least make one video a week. Like that was like my idea. But like I was dumb. Like I made a Young Turks video and it was really, really successful. And I was like, well, I'm not doing that again. I'm like, you don't want to be the guy who hits the same topic over and over again. But it turns out you do.
That's what 100%. People like.
Yes. Yeah.
People love it. Oh, wow. When I talk about the blacks fighting, there's other subjects that do well on my channel. But I know I looked the other day. I was like, really? That? Okay.
But crime is one of them. Like that. Like my education is in criminal justice. I minored in film. That's where I learned to edit. So like crime was one. and certain cases like Kyle Rittenhouse, like that was a big one because I came up with the meme, the cross state lines thing, where you make fun of because there's a video I did way back in the day, and I was like maybe 2 days after the shooting, and I was like, I don't know why people keep saying like cross state lines. I'm like, it's not illegal to cross state lines with a gun. And it's like the prototype of that. And then I edited a compilation that was like 1 minute and 30 seconds long of just Anna Kasparian saying cross state lines. And there's a Matt or Fala compilation that just has mine in the middle of his, of all the media things. I'm like, yeah, that like people didn't realize that wasn't a crime. And I was like, no, guys, that's not illegal to do. Like, have you never like transported a firearm?
Yeah, you can fly with one. I think if it's in the right type of case.
You have to do a declaration and all that.
I've never done that yet. Goals. I actually met Anna Kasparian recently after
me too.
Really? Did she know that you had done videos about her?
Yes.
How was it meeting her?
I was nice. I had lunch with her.
Oh my gosh, how professional.
Yeah. Like it was nice. I had her on stream too. Oh, I ended up paying because it was in New York, so like home field advantage. Like you had to pay, and like but no, she was nice in person.
Awesome. She's so like down to earth, and like she's not one of these people that's like shallow or
Where'd you meet her?
I met her at the after party thing after the word war debate, the thing where after she like whooped Pearl's ass, and I was like, oh my God, I was intimidated. I was like, I'm nervous to go talk to her, but I was like, I have to say hi. And like, she just like, conversation, like you're the only person kind of thing, not just like, I'm talking to you till I see somebody more interesting, which I really appreciate.
She was the exact opposite with me. She was like, I'm talking to you until I see somebody more interesting. And then like the waiter came by. She was just having full conversation with him. It was awkward.
She was like, can I have one of those small hot dogs? You know what sucks about those types of events is like you really can't eat like you want to eat. Like you can't eat as much because it's not ladylike. Like you just have to be like, oh, have a bite. But no one ever gets full off
No, I tank there.
If I go, there's hors d'oeuvres people, they're running away too fast.
If there's past hors d'oeuvres, I'm like, no, just hold up right here. They got something good, like bacon wrapped figs.
That's such a fat person move to just like stop the person and be like, you're not, no need for you to walk around this place. Just post up here.
I got invited by Anna to that event. I didn't go. I had the wife's friend was having like some event and I had to go to it. So it was just, it was not feasible.
It would have been fun. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you, J Mac. AJW really blew up when he was invited on as a guest on the prolific Stitch and Adam show. Talk about a meteoric rise. Give him the money.
That's not true, but I do appreciate Stitch and Adam. Like they are wonderful.
Did I say Stitch and Adam?
Oh, Stitch. You said it. No, it is Stitch. I knew that. J Mac is gonna tell him that I got Stitch's name wrong.
What's the Stitch and Adam show?
They're like a live stream that goes on Sundays and they do like 12 hours. Like it's insanely long. Yeah.
Why?
You never heard of it?
No.
Well, they do like a full breakdown and they like read books and, they try their best, but yeah.
12 hours?
Yeah. And apparently I knew Adam from before because, like when I don't know if you did this. And people shouldn't look this up. But, sometimes you try to do a YouTube channel before you do a YouTube channel that works.
I should have tried that.
Yeah, well, they had seen, we had, cross paths on, old school YouTube. It was weird to find out. Me, Adam Friended, and Stephen Michael Davis. We were all in there. And Stephen Michael Davis sent me an old video response that he made to me.
Whoa.
And he became my friend later on. And he told me this, years after. I was like, this is crazy.
That's neat.
I was like, I ignored this and I would have never spoken to you if I found out you responded to me.
Early YouTube is I don't know, the Wild West. I wish I had been part of it.
The good old days.
The good old days. And I also wish that I was really fascinated by the Viners too. And a lot of them just died out. They didn't really.
Well, they died. Drug overdoses.
They didn't really go to other platforms. And I was like, oh.
They all invaded YouTube.
Yeah, not all of them. Some of them did though. Saggy Bones. Why is Sean such a massive Phillies fan? That is important.
I'm not a Phillies fan. I'm a New York Mets fan.
Ugh, that's even worse.
You're even worse.
Why are you a Mets fan?
Your worst times infinity. What?
Why are you a Mets fan?
I was born and raised a Mets fan.
Yeah, but that's not an excuse. I was sort of raised a Mets fan because my older brother's a Mets fan. which I never really sat him down and asked him why. So I was like, by default, like, yes, I know what the Mets are, but then you grow up and then you learn better. Then you learn about the Yankees.
So you're a traitor.
And you adjust.
I see how.
Really, you think Juan Soto wasn't like the biggest waste of money on the planet?
He had a great year. Like this
No, he
is
didn't.
this is like Yankees cope right now.
Great year.
Listen, the Mets have the most richest owner in all sports. The Yankees can't buy any
And
player
you
that
can't
they
win.
want. And he, first of all, it's just 1 year. It's just one attempt. But yeah, we got Soto. He had a great year. Pull up his stats. I dare you. They're wonderful. I actually, when I went to Puerto Rico with my wife, and Juan Soto's Dominican. And Francisco Lindor, the shortstop. Nobody cares about this in your audience at all. Nobody cares about sports.
Frank cares about.
Yeah.
If we have a bunch of Francisco Lindor baseball cards.
But he's Puerto Rican. So I was talking to a guy in Puerto Rico, obviously Puerto Rican.
Can you speak Puerto Rican?
No, I can't speak Puerto Ricanese, but he was like, oh, he's like Lindor. He's amazing. Like, oh, he's like unbelievable. He's like Soto. He's like, kind of crap year for the Mets. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I tell my wife, cause she don't watch baseball. I'm like, Soto like was better in every statistical category humanly possible than Lindor. I'm like, it's just the Puerto Rican Dominican like debate. And I'm like,
oh, that's interesting. So you think he should have got more positive attention, Soto?
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like he got all this negative attention except for Chrissie McHater over here.
It's Yankees fans looking him, going like, "Oh, are you happy? Are you happy now?"
Talking about how miserable he is.
Are you having a better time? Are you happy being the big fish in the little pond? Are you happy not living in Aaron Judge's shadow? Are you happy with all your millions of dollars?
Yeah, I think $765 million makes him pretty happy.
How much of that does he actually get to keep though, after like agents' fees and taxes?
Who knows? You're just nitpicking right now.
I'm just curious. Like I always, aren't we curious about how the rich live and how much they actually get?
What I will say is the Japanese guy, I can't believe
Hideki Matsuri?
No, that's the old Yankees Japanese guy. Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, yeah.
He got $700 million contract, but he's very Japanese. So he only takes $2 million up front and he defers the rest of it per year. So it's like $700 million over 10 years.
Wow.
So he defers $68 million for the future, right? Very Japanese because you get interest on deferred money. Juan
So they're
Soto,
like the Jews, really.
yeah,
They're
if
like
you think
Asian
about
Jews.
it, very math savvy. Juan Soto, Dominican Republic,
Gets it all, buys a necklace, buys cars.
he deferred 0% of his money, none of it. Now I'm bumping the mic.
Whoa,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, a little cultural difference.
Do
right
you,
there.
if you defer the money, do you have to pay as much in taxes? Or
No, you pay the
fees?
taxes right away. That's another reason why he deferred the money, because he doesn't have to pay California taxes.
Oh, wow.
Because if he takes it over in Japan, like later on, he pays the Japanese taxes.
That is smarter. Wow, that's so Asian. Oh my God. First of all, I didn't even mention that you, I think, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, the only guest to bring me something.
Huh?
Well, food maybe. You've gotten. I remember the shirt from Edgar.
Oh, Puppet Edgar gave the baby a sweatshirt, and then he was like, "What the baby?" Patron here has bought Batter Up Bakery cupcake, and this is like, these are from Long Island, and I'm from Long Island. I don't know if you knew this.
I didn't know that.
I don't think. Oh my God, this is a baseball themed bakery. Batter Up. Oh, but also maybe it just means batter.
They do have baseball things. I've noticed it when I've gone in there, but I didn't know that.
I didn't open it. This is why I have to keep it.
Struggling.
It should already be open.
I know. I opened it only on one side. It's got 3 sides. Let's all have one, even though.
I ate one already.
You did?
Yeah.
You're supposed to wait for us.
I bought you these little mini cannolis.
Oh my God.
And I'm trying to get one. I'm gonna just grab this one on the edge.
Oh my God. Dude. I don't even really like cannolis, but I love this.
I'm actually not a cannoli fan, but they're good from here. That's why I brought them.
What do they do different?
I think they sprinkle a little crack in them.
You have another one, Matt? We have to all eat it together.
I'm so confused with that.
Oh, you're still eating it. Dude, why are these different?
Yeah, it's one of the best bakeries in Long Island. They did my wedding cake and all that.
What? That's nice that they do a gay wedding cake. What kind of cake did they make for you?
Well, my wife, who's a woman,
Sure.
she had it at 4 different. It was 4 layers, so 4 different flavors per layer.
Wow.
If you ask me to remember what they were, I mean, come on.
Do you remember any of the layers?
One had a caramel mousse in it.
Ooh.
Maybe chocolate of the sponge, and the other one
Okay.
had a chocolate mousse, maybe vanilla sponge. I don't know.
Your wife handled the cake, it sounds like.
We planned the whole wedding.
You didn't plan any of it?
No, I just paid for it.
Stop it. All right, that sounds manly.
It's true.
Did you have any like input? Like, I want this kind of band, or
We had a DJ, but in all seriousness, my wife has more family than I do, and they're a
Puerto
bit younger.
Rican.
Yeah, well, I'm half Puerto Rican, but
so you have half as much family?
exactly, and they're a bit younger. So I was like, listen, just make the music how your family would like it, like, you know, because I know there's gonna be more of them there. So she did all that with the DJ. And like some of her family only speak Spanish. Me on my side of the family, I have people that only speak Spanish, so I banned them from the wedding. I was like, "This is America."
So the wedding DJ, it was just like dun, 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 for like 3 hours.
No, we did go to a wedding once that was like very Mexican themed, and it was like that. Where, and they have ceremonial dances in Mexican weddings. Puerto Ricans are not Mexicans. Like, I just need to break it to your audience.
I don't know about that.
Well, we were like blown away by their like 15-minute cultural dances, like where you have to go in a circle. I was like, I've never seen something like this. I was like, do we have?
This is the Mexican cultural dance?
Yeah, we went to a wedding.
Do they all go up on the roof and fix it together?
They staple money on the back of the groom. It's like crazy.
Staple it? Does that hurt?
Maybe they tape it. I don't know.
No, stapling's badass.
I was really drunk at that wedding.
That's pretty cool. How much input into your own wedding did you have?
Well, me and her decided on the venue.
Okay.
So, like, I went with the Gilded Age style mansion because we got engaged in Rhode Island where there was Gilded Age mansions.
Oh, fancy.
And the Gilded Age gets a bad rap in the United States of America. It's always treated like a bad era, but it's where American elites like showed like European elites that were nobility through blood that we could match what they had through our own ingenuity. So they would build these lavish places, like these palaces that were always treated like, you know, too much excess, but they would do it for like the pride of America. And
Just
like
to show up the Europeans. I like that.
Yeah,
What year was this?
the Gilded Age is like the late 1800s to the early like 1900s. But like, I don't come from a wealthy family. So I was like, you know what? I want to get married in a place that's built by
Feel bougie, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it was built by people who earned their worth in their lifetime.
Yeah.
So like that was like the idea of the wedding,
That's very cool.
or the venue anyway.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Wow. I was about to go into a fun cannoli story, but now you're talking about your wholesome, beautiful wedding. I'm like lukewarm on cannolis. Like, this is actually, no joke, the best one I've ever had in my life. A couple of summers ago, I signed up to, because we go up to Villa Roma a lot, which is like an Italian family resort that hasn't been updated since the 90s, and we like it that way. And every summer, like basically every week, they do a cannoli eating contest. And I don't know if it's just like the competitive edge in me, but I like, my hand shot up and I was like, now I'm doing a competitive cannoli eating contest. And like, I'm like, as soon as that first cannoli went down, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I don't even like cannolis. And also, this is not a food you can eat fast. The cream is so like thick and dense. It's like, I was like choking. I was like trying to hide them in my bathing suit, and they very much saw that. So I lost pretty spectacularly. But you know what? Not having the chocolate chips in there, I think, helps if I were to do another such contest.
There might be like one or two in some of those. Like, I don't.
You're not being overwhelmed with them. Oh yeah, I do see.
They're mini ones. Like, you know, you go to like a pizzeria and you order one and it's like huge and it's terrible. Yeah. Do you know what the cream is in a cannoli?
No.
Aren't you married to an Italian?
I am. We had a cannoli wedding cake. We had a cannoli.
If you had a guess, what is it?
I mean, it's dairy, it's milk, it's cream.
No. Well, it is dairy.
What is cannoli cream?
It's a ricotta cheese.
Oh my God. My son loves ricotta cheese. He goes, "Gah!" Mm-hmm. He memorizes the container it's in. Every time the fridge is open, he's like, "Gah!"
This is what I learned when I went to Italy. Almost all their desserts have some kind of cheese in it that's just sweetened.
Wow.
Like,
and that's good for you. Oh, that's so neat. Helen Hunt's Forehead, thanks for the super chat. Grace Randolph had a superb appearance on FNT last Friday. Sucks that you always miss her. Yeah, it's so crazy. I always miss her every time she's on.
That's the lady from the Beyond the Trailer, right?
Yes, yeah. Wow. Yeah, she's I love her. I'm obsessed with her. Like, I hope no one ever thinks that I despise her. You
love her in a positive way?
I do. I think I only do like parodies or impressions of people who I like, who I find entertaining, because like I wouldn't enjoy doing it. Like I wouldn't do it if I wouldn't enjoy the process.
I did a very not nice video about her because she
does say retarded things. Yeah. She has really asinine takes, and I think she lives in a bubble. Not her fault. Like she just.
My favorite part was where in her little video thing about like this guy with Tourette's that they're like still attacking.
Yeah.
And at the whatever NAACP awards, there's like people there. They're like, yeah, I would have like beat him up. Like it's like he has a disability. Relax.
Right. Like calm down, blacks. We know that's your favorite thing to do, but can you just wait?
But she said that they should pull the American release of his movie, the I Swear movie, because
it opens the same weekend as Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. I'm like, listen, there is no crossover between the Michael Jackson. Like anybody going to see that Michael Jackson movie is not watching this anyway. That's why they timed the release that way.
Yeah.
But she's like, they have to do it because in her mind, that's black movie Michael Jackson. Even though he becomes white in the movie.
He became white, and he became white in real life too.
Yeah.
So.
And Michael might have had Tourette's. He's going, oh, like all the. Yeah.
Come on.
That comes out of nowhere.
I'm gonna see both movies. I watched the trailer to I Swear. I'm like, this looks hilarious. Like this guy genuinely had a horrible life, and then I think at one point he was making somebody coffee or something, and he just yells out like spunk for milk or something, or like spunk for cream, and I'm like, oh, that's great. This is gonna be a good movie.
That's wonderful because like if you look at his story and then you look at the reaction, it's just in line with everything that the movie was supposed to teach you.
It was his whole life.
They're like but Black Americans and specifically Black Americans are like, no, we're gonna double down and be all of the bad people in the movie.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing.
No, we are at the top of the victim food chain. Don't you dare have a disability that trumps us.
They're like, hey, you janitor with Tourette's, Michael B. Jordan, one of our most famous actors who's in franchises,
millionaire.
He's the victim. You owe him 3 apologies, which, by the way, he apologized for the 3rd time today.
He did apologize. Yeah. Oh man, if I were his friend, I'd be like, don't you dare apologize. Don't back down.
Well, I would have told him not to apologize, but he has Tourette's, so he might have just blurted it out.
Right.
You know?
Sorry.
Yeah.
N-word. I'm sorry, you N-word.
Those are my favorite posts where people are like, well, if I had Tourette's, I would be like Black Lives Matter, or like you would have virtue signaling Tourette's. It's like,
I think that's actually the opposite. I think Tourette's is like, unless you truly feel that way. Like if Greta Thunberg had Tourette's, like, yeah, it would be activism Tourette's, but
no, she would be dropping in moms too.
It's true. It's just like,
and now she's into the Muslim thing, so she would have been doing the sand variant of it.
Sand word. That's a fun one.
Yeah. I like that Greta was trying to go and board a flotilla to like bring oil to Cuba.
What?
It's like, yeah, because the U.S. was like blockading them from Venezuelan oil. She's like, I will bring them oil, and I'm like, this is amazing. We totally turned her around on the climate issue.
Good, yeah, because she hit a certain age and like, I don't know. I think she woke up a little bit, or her parents just stopped. I think it was all her parents' idea.
Isn't it crazy that she got famous for not going to school, but when I stopped going to school, I just got arrested? Like,
well, when you have like really rich parents, yeah, it doesn't really matter how long you go to school for. Okay, so I'm trying to like make sure we're telling your origin story in a sequential form here. So it's 2016. And you didn't need another day job ever again.
No.
Wow. Good for you.
I also just refused to work and just mooched off of all the people in my life.
No, that's good. That's actually really good. That's stick-to-itiveness.
I will say there is a part of my origin story that I might have left out. My wife will kill me. But my then girlfriend, who is now my wife, she ended up buying me my first like camera. And she bought me my first editing computer because I used to edit on a MacBook Pro that cost like $252.
I had a MacBook Pro too at the beginning, and then you get into this and you're like, oh, this is not the computer to have.
But it was enough at the time, and I used to do the trial of Final Cut, and you could set your date within the period of the first month, and then I did that for like a year. So my wife who did not believe in it and wanted me to get a real job, she was like, all right, I'll help you out in the beginning. So I really appreciate that, but she did not believe at all. Yeah, my brother believed the whole time. He believed, but like he didn't do anything for me. So
What's your brother's name?
No, I can't say that.
Okay, brother Fitzgerald. You know who you are if you're watching. If you really are a big supporter, then you should be watching this. I know for a fact nobody in my family will be watching this, but it's fine.
That's because they disowned you, right?
Well,
After that thing.
you know, like your dad getting murdered does kind of put a bunch of fissures in your family tree.
Sorry to hear that. You bring in real Debbie Downer right now.
Sorry, yeah, I always bring the room down when I bring that up. Matt, note to remind me later. Don't ever bring up my dad's murder again.
You called me on that. I was like, aren't you a big fan of true crime? All women are fans of true crime. And you're like, well, I'm not because my dad's murdered.
I was like, real life is scary enough. But yes, all women are into that. And I don't understand why.
Well, unless you like actually experience it, then you're like, please stop. Like,
I think, yeah, people get addicted. Maybe there's something exciting about fear. I don't know.
it's like getting the scare in a controlled environment.
Yeah,
Like, you know?
it's a drug.
It's like horror movies, I guess.
I just don't understand what it.
That's like half of Candace Owens' audience. It's like people who like true crime.
And that's the thing. It's the same kind of people. Well, I don't know if I would put like, okay, so my father-in-law loves Fox, like watches it all day, every day. And, but I would say like, yeah, boomers who love legacy media, there is something about that. That's the element of like, you got to keep watching or else you'll miss, it's like that fear. They keep their customers with fear. Like, I don't know so much. I mean, I watch a lot of Fox News too, and I don't feel like it's as bad as some of the other ones.
But they like Hannity. Are you watching Hannity all the time? Like they're like, really? Like, "Oh, what's Sean Hannity got to say about this?"
I watch. What's that guy with the good hair who took over for Tucker? Is it Jesse?
Jesse Waters.
Jesse Waters. He's pretty good.
He used to be the guy Bill O'Reilly used to send out to confront people on the street.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, and now look at him.
That's right. When they got rid of Tucker and they were like, oh, they can't replace him with Jesse Waters. I'm like, no, all these old people are like, that young whippersnapper, Jesse, he's really earning his keep around there. They were excited to have him.
He did a great job. I didn't think anybody could fill Tucker's shoes either. And I was like, no, he's got great hair like Tucker. And he's not bad to look at. And like, the rest kind of takes care of itself.
The funniest thing is like, we're like, we don't know people who watch TV all the time. Not really. Like, people in our family, but like in the internet space, we were like, no, everybody's online. But do you remember when Tucker Carlson went to Israel to interview Mike Huckabee and he took a photo with that guy, like the airport security guy, and he was like real excited to take a photo, like the Israeli there. He was like, oh, Tucker's like the guy from Fox News that loves Israel from like 4 years ago. And he had no context for his like online stuff. Like,
wow, okay.
like those are the kind of people they're like, I don't watch internet. Like what even is that? So like those people still exist. So they're like, oh, Bill O'Reilly, we don't know what happened to him. Like, where'd he go? Like, they don't know about his allegations or anything of the sort, or Fox News paying a settlement of $34 million for one allegation, which was more than his annual salary, which sounds suspicious, but he never admitted fault. So please don't sue me, Bill O'Reilly.
No, I'm sure he'll never see this.
But he's online.
Yeah. Everybody's online.
I thought he was dead. He's online.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And you know what? Like Tucker, now he's entirely online and doing great. And we love you, Tucker, if you're watching. Okay. So let's see. I think that's pretty much your origin story. Well, very supportive girlfriend, now wife.
Yeah. Who didn't believe, but still supported. That's what matters.
Hey, she stayed with you. That's all the support.
No, she broke up with me at one point, but we got back together.
Wait, because you were doing YouTube?
Yeah. She broke up with me when I started becoming successful. She was like, oh my God, this is like actually going to be your job. And I'm like, yeah.
That's why she broke up?
No, but it was around that time. So like in my head, I try to link it together.
You're like, you just can't handle all my success.
Yeah.
You just can't handle this silver play button.
Like, people listen to you? Like, oh my God, I can't deal with this.
Well, some of us just have it on in the background while we're going to the bathroom or cleaning our closets out.
True.
Yeah. What's with the skeleton in the back?
Oh, in my videos?
Yeah.
So I bought the skeleton, and I think this is very relatable. Like, I thought a skeleton was the most useful thing that you could own.
Why?
Because like everybody who owned a skeleton seemed to have like a reason why they owned it.
Halloween?
Oh, sure. Or like at the doctor's office to be like, oh, this vertebrae.
Oh, if you're like a kooky doctor.
Yeah, like science teacher, they're like, oh, this is the skull bone or whatever.
Okay.
So I bought it thinking it would be really useful because obviously everybody I've ever seen with one had a use
But
for
you're
it.
not a doctor nor
Well, that's the thing.
dentist.
That was what I discovered later. So then I was like, okay, I guess it's not the most useful object that you could own. And now I have a 5 foot tall skeleton. So I'm like, I got to use it for something.
we actually bought one of those like for my stepson, and like he does have it. Like he'll take it out every once in a while, and like sometimes I'll like position it at his desk or something, like on his computer or something, just to be a kooky stepmom. That's me. All right, cool. That was kind of an underwhelming skeleton story, but I'm glad I asked. So okay, so you get married. How did you meet your wife?
I met her in university in improv class.
Yay! You were yes-anding.
Yes. And
You should have. Did you propose to her in improv, and so she
No.
she had to say yes and?
I proposed to her in Rhode Island.
Oh right, right, because of the Gilded Age.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how? So you just did improv in college?
Yeah.
Good for you. I spent like thousands of dollars doing it at the UCB theater and then the Magnet Theater, and it was like an improv groupie. So
I did it once at a theater by accident. I showed up to a place and they're like, oh, sign your name right here. Little did I know that it was one of those places where they call you from the stage, and I'd taken like 3 classes, but then you roll with it. So
there's people who show up to those who haven't done any. So you were okay to do that.
it was like an assignment. They're like, you go there, you go.
Have you ever done musical improv?
No, I can't sing.
That's truly scary. Well, there's all sorts of people who can't sing who do that, but man, it's just improv is a lot of theater, kids.
Yeah.
And if
Were you on Whose Line Is It Anyways? 'Cause
I
they have
did
musical.
a couple auditions for them. I don't think anything made it to TV, but like I met all those guys, and like, yeah, it was fun. Man, that was like years ago. I don't even remember when that was.
Let's hear about your origin story then. You meeting Drew Carey and
We're not here to
that
talk
bald
about
guy?
me. Chrissie seems like she's such a cool stepmom who never gets stuck in the dryer. It's true. That's really all you need to do to be a good stepmom. I've seen the films. Just don't get in the dryer. Don't get stuck.
Hey, your stepmom?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was your kid.
That is my kid.
But you have another kid?
I'm the stepmom to a 15-year-old
Oh, boy or girl?
boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like the best big brother to him.
Okay.
And he's just like he's going to be a giant. He's already a giant, but yeah, he's the best.
Steroids?
No. Yeah, he's a gamer. He's very, very smart. He's going to crush it. I'm excited to see what he wants to be when he grows up.
You let him play video games
Oh yeah.
on the computer or on like a Nintendo machine?
On the computer.
Oh.
And we have an Xbox. It's a very male
So he hates women?
situation. Not yet, but we're working on him now. I'm kidding. Okay. Origin story. I want to talk about your one of your latest very well performing videos called "They Wanted This," where you get into talking about how you think that the Democrats actually wanted the riots in Minneapolis to like jack up to the point where like they wanted murders. They wanted people
Well, people to
throwing
get
themselves.
injured and whatnot. Like, are you talking about in Minneapolis with
Yeah.
the immigration thing?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like Trump's strongest issue was the immigration issue. Like, you had a majority of people at the election voting for mass deportations or saying that they wanted mass deportations or even deporting all illegal aliens. So they've been campaigning against ICE this whole time, calling them Nazis, Gestapo, and all that, gassing people up in order to go out and, encounter these people. And you have like Tim Walz talking out of both sides of his mouth, where he'll condemn violence, but he's like, oh, go out there and show them the Minnesota nice and all that. They're blowing whistles, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And it's like, what's the logical result of this? They want an incident like Renee Good or like the Daniel Preddy incident. Is his name Daniel? I don't even know.
Alex. I think?
Alex, there we go. Alex
But
Preddy.
he seems like a Daniel.
Yeah, well, he seems, yeah. But yeah, they want like an incident like that to go viral, to have something to market market. It's more or less the same thing that they wanted, where they did all these like Black Lives Matter incidents. They want the case of this supposedly innocent black person to be shot by a cop who was a white cop, and then they could market off of that. So they wanted these like shootings, they wanted these problems to happen, and yeah, they essentially encourage people to do that. If you tell people that ICE is the Gestapo, that they're the Nazis and all that, like, if you were in a situation where you're being rounded up by the Nazis, like, it would be justified to kill them,
right,
in order to make sure you don't get sent to the concentration camp.
Or other people, it would just be like the right thing to do.
Yeah. But it would be like, they're like, oh yeah, Tim Walsh is comparing Minnesotans to Anne Frank. Like, Anne Frank is this girl that was like murdered in the Holocaust that wrote a diary, and I forgot how old she was because I don't read books.
She was not Somalian.
Yeah, but like they compared Minnesotans to her, so it's like, oh, they're gonna murder a girl, like they're like the Nazi. Like, again, like, we called the generation that went overseas to kill Nazis the greatest generation. Captain America was a part of that generation.
Oh wow!
And he's still an Avenger somehow.
The greatest, is that the silent generation, or that's before
the
them?
silent is before that. That's Joe Biden's generation. That's how old he is.
Holy cow! He's the silent generation guy? No way, because that couldn't be, because I think my grandparents were the silent generation, and they've been dead a long time.
Yeah, well, I mean, Joe Biden's been dead like for a long time too.
His clone has been, the auto pen's been doing.
No, he's just been like, Weekend at Bernie's through his.
So, do you believe in clones then? If you're back on board for 9/11 actually happening, do you think?
I think you could theoretically clone somebody, and I would do it.
Do you think there are celebrity clones? Do you think they like take celebrities out who like maybe speak out or aren't following the rules?
Like Jim Carrey.
I know, like Jim Carrey is just one example that comes to mind.
The new face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna clone somebody, they have to be like a baby and then grow up in that way.
That's true. It's like,
which is lame, right?
Do you have just like a fully grown Jim Carrey, just like waiting in the wings, like in a bunch of fluid, waiting to be activated?
I don't know. I don't know if I believe in
actors.
I don't know if I believe in the celebrity clones, but I do want to adopt that theory that all the celebrities are trans. Like every woman celebrity. Have you never seen these videos?
I mean, I've heard that Lady Gaga is a dude, and
No, the ones where every female celebrity is like
Sandra Bullock, I've heard.
Yeah, like you can find video. Well, they might have deleted them off of YouTube when they banned Conspiracies, but it was like so ridiculous. It's like, why would they not have like any women be women or men be men in all of Hollywood? And they're like, oh, but they do this thing where they look at like one masculine feature on like Natalie Portman. I forgot what her masculine feature was, and they're like, that's because she's a dude. And then they're like, here's a feminine feature on like Brad Pitt as an example, and like that's why he's a woman.
Oh wow.
And it's like, do you think it could be possibly, and hear me out, that like when you have really attractive female celebrities, the weird feature on an otherwise perfect like face is what makes them attractive, and that might be the weird masculine feature. And then for Hollywood men, like they'll have one like feminine feature, like softer lips or something like that, that makes them seem like more of a pretty boy.
One kind of strange feature, like who am I thinking of? Not Owen Wilson, the other Wilson.
Luke Wilson?
Yeah. With like the funky nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe you have like, you're normally very good looking, but you have one kind of squirrely trait.
Like the guy who plays Punisher and Shane from Walking Dead, and he has like a broken nose too. Like, it's like something like unique. Like they call it like an imperfect, or a perfect imperfection or something like that. And like, but there are all these theories about how that actually makes them like a trans.
Oh my God.
Like, or they'll have like a strong like jawline, and they'll say like women, they're like, oh, they have great cheekbones or whatever. Like, it's not great cheekbones. That's trans.
They're
like,
just a dude.
just trans, just 100%.
Do you think at any point during the all the ICE riots that they were hoping and praying that like a black person was going to die, that way they could do like a George Floyd 2.0?
If they were, I mean, black people are not at these riots. Like, that's the funny. There's not even Somalis there.
No, they're not even holding up a sign. Like, they're not even a little bit involved.
Did you see the Somalis at the Minnesota Capitol? The woman with the big ass teeth? And
I did see the girl with the crazy buck teeth.
Well, you know what they were demanding, right?
More money.
Yeah, reparations, $200 million
Oh my
now.
God, their whole life is reparations.
They were like, oh, we have, they were like saying that their businesses, they're like, oh, thank you. So many people, you came from across like all these different states to support our businesses, but also our businesses are going bankrupt because we're being shut down by ICE. So that doesn't make any sense. But then again, small like scammers. Like,
They're retarded.
yeah.
Like, literally retarded.
But so they were demanding money though, a bailout from Tim Walz. Like, it's like, you guys have had enough taxpayer money.
Who is it? I want to know, where do the Somalians get their confidence from? And like, who do you think is in their ear telling them what they can demand and how to get all their basically shit for free?
Well, I mean, think about it. Like Tom Hanks, very, he's like a handsome guy, he's a tall guy. He was the captain. He's in a uniform. And then you got this little like skinny dude with the big head. He's like, I am the captain now.
Yeah,
like,
look at me.
Like, yeah, they just get that like level. You know what I mean? It might be like Napoleon syndrome, except instead of being short, you're like a skinny African with a big ass head and like giant teeth. And like you have that weird shape in the back of your head. Like it might just be that. Like, I don't know.
Bulb head.
Yeah. Like me, maybe something like that. But that's where they get it.
Do you think it's just like something like retard strength, but it's like retard confidence?
Maybe. Like, sometimes like bipolar dudes, they got like real confidence like that.
Okay, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Oh, let me go back to that chat from Drew Spirit Present. Funny how the protesters crying about Pretty and Good are now crying about the Iran
not
dictator that killed 30,000 protesters.
Yeah, that's not in the official talking points. Like Iran is against the West and against Israel, so like anything, and they're Muslim. Like, guys, never forget that like we don't have any standards at all whatsoever for Muslim conduct. They could do anything and it would be fine.
Yeah,
it's
if you're
like,
a leftist, you can. That's the thing, is all the feminists will completely abandon all their values for a Muslim dude.
Yeah. Well, my favorite thing about Muslims is when they're like, Muslim terrorism. Like Mehdi Hassan was tweeting about it. He's like, we're gonna have the predictable consequence of Muslim terror, and then the Republicans are gonna try to use that to forward their agenda. It's like, well, wait a minute. Why is Muslim terrorism like predictable, but nobody was like, when we kidnapped Maduro, that like Venezuelan terrorism was gonna be a thing?
Right.
Like,
right.
what's the difference over there? But it's also, my favorite thing is the people who post that like the Islamic terror is justified because the West is like an affront to them and all that. But also there is no Islamic terrorism. It's all Israelis or like all Jewish people pretending to be Muslims. So it's like justified if they do it, but they also never do it. Like, just so you know, you got to cover your bases on that, which is crazy.
It's a crazy double standard. I was hearing too that I guess like the Iranians made like many attempts on Trump's life.
Yeah.
And he was just, I'm like, well, we don't hear about that. Like, you hear about like the crazy guy hopping out of a bush, but it's like, oh, I want to hear about the other ones.
They wanted revenge for Soleimani, who he killed in his first term.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. There's too many to keep track of.
Too many Iranians.
There.
There's a couple fewer though.
And they were saying too, like, I remember it came out like, oh, like, I don't know if they're saying that Trump did it or that this preschool or like this elementary school got bombed, but it was actually like the Iranians that like bombed their own preschool by accident because one of their missiles backfired. Like, they had their, I don't know.
This is like the ever increasing amount of girls. Like 10 seconds after it happened, it was 50 girls killed. Then it became 100 like 2 hours later, and now it's like 178. Tomorrow will be 5,000. Like, we don't know actually. Right now it's not confirmed whether it was the US or them trying to shoot an interceptor, because there is a military target near there that knocked it down. Like, we don't know right now, but it doesn't matter. Like, it does matter to the families and all that, but like from a practical sense, everybody who wants to use that to attack America for this operation has already bought into the narrative that they want to.
Right.
And like, that chatter just said, like, whatever number of civilian protesters were killed in Iran, like, they don't care about them being killed by the Iranian government because that's not useful for their agenda.
Wow.
Like, their agenda is the West is bad, Israel bad, because Israel is either an outpost of the West, or they're against Islam, or they're a settler colony, again, which which makes them an outpost of the West. So like none of that matters to them. Like whatever number that is, the 5,000 schoolgirls that were all in this like small building, the 25,000 tomorrow or next week that it will be, like it doesn't matter to them. It's all about America bad, which brings us to the wonderful question: do you support the evil bad orange man starting World War III / Iraq 2.0 / the end of the world war with Iran?
Iran. I'm someone who is not like, obviously nobody listens to this channel for my super smart political or geopolitical takes. I just feel like I'd have to learn so much to either ask questions about it intelligently or talk about it intelligently. But like that being said, no matter what's going on, I always really want to keep faith in whoever's president. Like even when I hated Biden, I was like,
you're like Britney Spears.
I want to like
trust the president.
I want to like just pray that everything goes well. But I think even with the things I don't understand, like I don't fully understand why we have to be buddies with Israel. But I figure Trump, I feel like the people in charge probably have a very good reason for it. Just like there's probably a very good reason that not all the Epstein files have been released. I figure most of the stuff is like way above our heads, and I voted for him. I don't like regret my vote, and I want to trust that he's doing what's best for the country.
I think it's fine to be like, we'll see where it goes. Like, there is such thing as a limited military intervention. If they start sending troops to like conquer Iran and then like install a democracy a la Iraq, then yeah, like maybe that's like the worst idea that you could possibly have to try that again in the Middle East. But like, we'll see how it goes.
From what I've been hearing, like they did bomb the shit out of Iran, like and are still currently bombing the shit out of Iran. But it seems like, all right, like they even bombed where like some dudes were getting together, like who should be our next Ayatollah or whatever. And they're like, nope, no, those people are gone. So, and now I don't know, maybe he's just trying to make it like how Iran was in the 70s, where like girls could wear bell bottoms and have their hair down. And
see, I have a big problem. So I found out one of my friends was Iranian, and like his family fled when the Shah was overthrown. So I jokingly became a Shah supporter, right? I was like, all hail the Shah, the king of kings. He should sit on the peacock throne, right? Turns out that's an actual position. Like the Shah has a son and people want to restore him there. So I was like, damn, do I have to commit to the position that I took up as a joke?
Yes.
And I'm like, yes, that's what I did. So now I'm still a supporter of the Shah, even though the new Shah, like, he's not, he doesn't look as badass as the old one.
Is it Shah or Shah?
I
don't know.
Come on, is it Iran or Iran?
Who has the energy to say Iran? Like that doesn't roll off the tongue.
I like saying it because I made my wife watch like 24, like season 1 recently, and like the terrorists like go so hard with their pronunciation of like different things.
I was listening to one of your videos, like you said it like that at the beginning, and then you just kept saying like Iran for the rest of it.
You want to smuggle that one in there. Plus, people think you're like an Israeli spy if you pronounce it. Like if you do the like Hamas, which I can't do.
Hamas.
Yeah, if you do that,
like hummus.
They'll be like, is he
Hamas?
Does he work for Israel?
When I was watching, because I'm like obsessed with Hasidic Jews now, and I was like watching this video of them in Curious Joel, and like I forget this guy's name, but he was like asking them all what they do for work. Like he was trying to do like a gotcha, like, you're all grifting off the government, none of you work.
The Tyler Olivia video.
And one of the guys were like, do you work for Hamas? It was like one of the like Ortho Jews or Hasidic Jews, and I just was like, that's so funny to me.
I saw that video because everybody's like, oh, they're not talking about this the same way they're talking about Nick Shirley's Somali video. So I was like, oh crap, are they doing like fraud or whatever? And it turns out they're like running the government and on welfare. Which is like, yeah, if you live in that community and it's being transformed into a Hasidic like Jewish community where you don't quite fit in, I understand that. But that's not the same thing as 1 in every 16 Somali children being diagnosed with autism, and the autism program in Minnesota's Medicaid system going from $2 million in funding to $300 million in funding during the course of that scam. Like, it's not quite the same, but it is something. Like, so it is interesting. But like people are like, oh no, this is the Hasids doing the Somali thing. I'm like, No, you got to go to Brooklyn where they're doing like overbilling of like medical stuff. Like this thing in New Jersey, they're just taking over this town. Like that's what's happening.
Yeah, they just want to like live amongst each other. They really don't want to deal with anybody else. They only want to do business with each other. Whereas it seems like the Somalis, like they just want everything for free from whoever and don't care how they get it.
The Jewish guy with that, he was cracking me up. They're like, he's like, I want you to have as many kids as you could afford. He's like, the government pays me to have more. Like that's why we have 7. And it's like, well, yeah, like stop paying people to have kids that they can't afford. Like you gotta, if you tell them they have to work, they'll work.
But also, we need more white babies, and obviously your future adorable mixed baby whenever.
Whoa! Don't disclose that.
Nope. Oh yeah, I mean, like I meant future, not like you guys are pregnant. I don't know, but
No, I meant like
your life. But
never mind.
I'm just saying, yes, have you? I want you specifically to have babies.
Right. You missed the part where I was like, don't disclose, but it's okay.
Oops. Everyone, producer Matt, have babies. Everyone in the chat, have babies. That's my message.
Producer Matt, have you had babies?
No, he is a baby.
Like 23? Mm-hmm. You know how many women I've knocked up at like 23?
What?
Yeah, that's why I moved towns. Like you just moved 2 towns. I long for the days where like Facebook didn't exist, so you could have a secret family like 8 miles away.
Oh, those were the days.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, Matt, have you written off women for a minute?
No.
Okay.
Are you a closeted straight?
He's a very open straight.
Okay.
I think.
I'm glad you can be
I
out
just
and proud.
assumed. We don't really talk about Matt's sexuality as much as we should, I guess.
Does he have a type preference?
I don't know.
I don't think I want to disclose that.
Wow.
Okay, if you had to date a celebrity, a current celebrity, one date with one celebrity, who would it be?
Come on.
Would it be Sabrina Carpenter, Sydney Sweeney?
Oh, that's debate.
Who else? Who else is a person?
If he's like 20 something, he knows like K-pop celebrities that I've never heard of.
Someone Korean. Okay. We'll think of somebody.
He's like Googling celebrities I would
Yeah.
want to date. It's supposed to be
Turns out
spontaneous.
he's just like an alien. He just pulls off his fake face and it's like, oh my God, this whole time.
Somebody wants me to say innocent Baba Angel.
What?
Yeah. That's what I call criminals. Oh, and Aladdin too. Sorry. Innocent Baba Angel Aladdin didn't do nothing wrong.
Oh,
was
but
just trying to steal to feed his starving family.
Oh, thank you, Steph. Wow, you already read it, so I didn't have to read it. Sean, say innocent baby angel Aladdin for us.
What do you think about the youths that got arrested and charged as adults in Florida? Have you seen that story?
No.
You haven't seen that story?
No. The youth?
The youths.
Are they youth?
Yeah, they're youths in Florida. They're 12, 13, and 15. And they
What did they do?
They got charged with the sexual assault of
Oh,
another
no.
12-year-old girl, and apparently they're forcing rocks in the girl's mouth so she didn't scream.
Oh my God.
You never seen? They put their faces on because the Florida police charged them as adults. You didn't hear about this?
No. Matt, stop Googling celebrities and look this up now.
Oh, there's a clip of one of the youth's aunts defending him.
Wait,
On-
their
on
last name
Instagram
is
Live.
youth?
They're like youths,
Are you saying the Ute?
The youth.
The youth. Okay, like because my dad used to say that a lot. He'd be
Yeah,
the
like
youth,
like
the youth.
teens, like when teens attack.
Bicyclists, right?
Yeah, the most important thing in that is that they're teens.
They're teens.
These
they're
are
basketball
youths
basketball Americans.
Yeah, because one of them happens to be 12, so they're youths. You haven't seen this?
No, I have a toddler, so it's got to be really big news for many days for me to catch wind of it.
Well, it's like 13 to 15, 2 years old. It's like the same thing. It's like there's all these organizations that don't want them charged as adults because they're oh my God, innocent
They're
Baba
kids.
Angel,
Yeah.
right? Didn't do nothing wrong. And they have relatives that are now coming out and defending them and accusing the Florida district attorney of only charging them because they're black youths.
Oh wow. Carrie says it's the clip of one of the dads defending depending the boys too. It basically translated to he just chose the wrong people to hang out with. Oh, defending. Okay.
Yeah, you know.
He just chose the wrong people to hang out with. So they sexually assaulted another teenage girl and put rocks in her mouth.
Yeah, you know,
Like all kids do.
yeah, you just get caught up in a little bit of
they're just juvenile.
I like the title of this website. They're like baller alert.
Baller. Is this the new World Star?
Now these are the use and innocent until proven guilty, obviously. But ages 12, 13, and 15.
Where did they learn this? First of all, you're too young to be doing any of this stuff.
They learned it from the hippity hop videos, you know.
Did they learn this from TikTok?
From rap music.
TikTok and rap music. Okay, adult felony charges. Oh, they have moved forward with adult felony charges for 12, 13, and 15 youths. Reported sexual assault of a 12-year-old girl. This is so sad. Took place in June. The incident occurred in the Green Haven Project community garden in the garden. That's romantic. In Overtown, a neighborhood long plagued by concerns of crime and safety. Police say the girl was walking home around 10 p.m. On June 8th. It was the night before Juneteenth.
Oh my God.
When that makes sense because the kids had probably school off the next day.
Yeah, they're probably celebrating, you know.
They're just celebrating Juneteenth. According to the arrest report, 13-year-old Nelson Nunez pulled her into the garden area. Yikes. Forced.
Yeah, maybe you don't read all that. Yeah.
Oh, no. Just terrible things ensued.
So, yeah, they weren't charged as adults until recently. And apparently one of them posted their charging documents on TikTok in December because this happened last year in June. The 12-year-old haha, look, I got charged.
Hey, scroll down a little bit. Actually, I'm not really going to read it, but I'm just curious what this says. So then another one of the kids, wait, scroll up. Okay. Another one of the boys heard the screams and then grabbed rocks and then put the rocks in her mouth. Then the third boy showed up, restrained her. Wow.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I mean, they always like to work in a group, don't they?
No. I mean, one of those guys might be innocent, Nelson Nunez, because he's Latino.
The assault came to an end when the girl's father had begun searching the area for her, got close enough to hear. Good. I hope they beat the crap out of them. No, they fled.
Yeah.
Whoa. They located and arrested the boys the next day.
Now look, there's an innocent until proven guilty. One of the boys' aunt says the girl, you know, she's a loose woman, and she just wanted to hook up with these
She was
boys.
walking home.
That's the prosecution's case. The aunt says, listen, my nephew didn't do nothing, and this girl was just into a group encounter, and then all of a sudden she felt
gross.
bad. There's a 6-minute live stream that this woman did on Instagram, and that's the argument that she makes.
That's so sad.
And the rocks in the mouth, that's just foreplay.
Ugh.
That's like the creepiest detail, honestly.
Rocks.
I'm just assuming it was like rocky terrain.
Like no respect for like needing dental work.
It's like I'm not trying to give them advice. But like the rocks it sounds so savage.
It is
like that's like a 10 out of 10 guilty if you're on the jury and you hear about that.
Yeah.
But they were trying to stop her from screaming. I'm like, does that even work in that plan? Like there's not thinking,
No, what would be better? I don't know, putting money in your mouth?
A sock, a cartoon show that these kids should be watching.
A sock.
Something, right?
I guess I'd rather have a sock in my mouth than rocks. But also, I feel so sad for this girl.
Yeah.
Way to bring the room down. Let's go back to talking about my
Well, no, it was about the youth.
Yes, it was the youth. Poor youths. Okay.
They didn't do nothing.
They didn't do anything wrong. Monolithic ethos. What is Sean's HCB Mount Rushmore?
I'm married, so I don't give that.
What's HCB?
You never heard of Monolithic Ethos's famous series, HCB?
HCB.
I'm surprised you've never been on it.
I have heard of Monolithic Ethos, but I don't know what HCB is.
It's his famous series. He's never interviewed you for it?
No.
Wow. Okay, it's hot, conservative,
Bitches?
Yes.
Oh, he has had me on that.
Yeah.
Like a long time ago.
Not that long ago. Don't throw yourself under the bus.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, he interviews women.
Okay, I have met him. Never
He's
mind.
in love with e-girls, and now that you have a
I'm
child,
so sorry I forgot about you, sir.
but now that you have a child, he actually is more attracted to you because
Really?
there's nothing he's into more than when somebody has somebody else's child.
Is that true?
I mean, I noticed the pattern of like who he consistently ranks as his
So
top.
what, like Lauren Shen? Who else is like?
Oh no, he doesn't like Asians.
Oh, what? Why not?
That's what he told me.
She's such a hard worker.
I like Lauren Chen.
Great.
I was hanging out with her when she did your show. Like
Oh, really?
that day, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like we went to lunch and I showed her the Friends building.
She left you to come here and hang out with me. Wow, what a small world.
Yeah, rude. But no, but he likes the other Lauren of the
Southern?
South. Yes,
Okay.
Who lives in the North. But his list is all women that have other people's kids.
I mean, it's like I can't think of anyone who. Oh yeah, then there's a couple that haven't had kids, but then like Pearl. Do you like Pearl?
He would vote against.
She's not really conservative though.
That doesn't really matter to him.
No?
It's really more the
So the C is not important.
Yeah, that's just the way to get him in. Like
really
he did
the
one
HB.
episode. It was HCB Libertarian Edition.
Oh, okay, so that's HLB.
Well, I don't know. But he's he's got an interesting type. He's an interesting individual. Shout out to Monolithic Ethos over on YouTube.
He is interesting now that I remember who he is. See what I said about the bad memory?
That's right. When he met you, you were pregnant, but he was like, not yet.
Ew, no, I met
He
him.
was like, not your time.
Where did I meet him? Where did I meet you? Do you remember Monolithic Ethos? Was it at, I don't know if it was at like a TPUSA event. I forget. You probably remember though. John Smith, thanks for the super chat. Asked Sean if his wife knows about his secret lover, Anna Kasparian.
Oh my God. Listen,
Well, she knows now.
Anna and I are both married to different people. not each other. Different people. Relax, everyone.
Viking, thanks for the super chat. Chrissie gets stuck in the filing cabinet. Oh yeah. Whenever I can.
I don't know what that means.
My filing cabinet is Frank's like pet name.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh. Monolithic Ethos says Sean's wife can dance.
She is Latino.
Yeah. A Latinx. Does she like
Latin X.
Okay, we did Helen Hunt's forehead. We did all the things.
We didn't talk about the Super Mayr at all.
We didn't talk about okay, let's talk about the Super Mayr because your coverage of Tiffany Henyard was so good and I think is what partially inspired me to like now it's like I'm obsessed and I can't not check in with her every couple of weeks. Like she's, if you guys don't know, Tiffany Henyard was the supervisor and mayor of Dalton, a town in Illinois.
Right. She was the Thornton Township Board of Supervisors supervisor, which covers Dalton and the mayor of Dalton. Yeah.
And this one was just so incredibly corrupt, but like, again, so confident about it. Black, obviously, and just stole crazy money, allegedly, from the town. Which is,
those are alizations.
Alizé, my favorite drink, alizations. Had like a makeup and hair crew. Her outfits were, she was always dressed to the nines. She would like, she had her own like crew that she would roll with. Like she would just employ people from, you know, like the local police department, give them crazy overtime. Yeah. Like, but just was hysterical.
They had somebody can correct the math on this. They had an officer, Officer Terry Young, and he worked something like 336 hours in a 2-week period, and
which is like physically impossible.
Well, the local news is like there's only 360 hours in 2 weeks total, and so he made like $13,000 as a police officer in a small town of 20,000, where the median income is like $25,000. He made $13,000 in one paycheck on her security detail, which was like she had like 8 officers on her detail, or like 8 to 12. The department was like 25 people.
Cool.
So half of them were protecting her. It was amazing. She was a tyrant, but a hilarious one. She built an ice rink. Like, you know about the ice rink, right?
Yeah.
So she spent like, I forgot what it was. It was like, I know the resurfacing was like $30,000, which, by the way, she would build this stuff. Typically the board is supposed to vote on whether or not they're going to pay it. So she would charge it to the credit card and then submit the bills after the fact. But obviously if the ice is like on the ice rink, like you have to pay that. But so she would do that. But then after the ice rink was built, it wasn't really open to the public, even though it was paid for by taxpayers. It was only open when she was doing Tiffany Henyard events. So like,
oh my gosh,
no understanding between like campaign and and public money at all. No separation between the two.
And she was just like, she had a music video. Like, I don't know how she went from, she had like a food, like either a restaurant or a food truck that she ran.
Good Burger.
And I don't know how she went from that to holding office.
The question is, how did she beat the like Paramount, which apparently owns everything, including Nickelodeon? How did she beat them in a trademark lawsuit to get the name Good Burger?
Yes. Wait a minute. She's maybe secretly a genius.
I'm definitely. She's a genius of entertainment.
She really is so funny. Like, she's almost like a black retarded Trump in a way. Like, she had a music video out. She had a podcast at one point. She just would all the way like insisting that she has haters, like people who are calling her out for misusing funds and not doing her job, or just haters.
She tried playing the race card. There's like that clip of her.
They just want to keep a black woman down.
You're beating and attacking on a black woman. The problem is Dalton is like 93% black, and everybody on the Dalton board of supervisors, they're all black. So she's like,
keeping her down.
Yeah, but she would go on vacation to like Vegas, live it up, resort,
like first class all the way, and then that's what got into some trouble. I think like her assistant got like molested by someone else on the staff during this.
Who was on the board of supervisors too, and that was like one of her top allies. She still is an amazing person because she does podcast interviews where she defends everything, and she might finally get indicted soon. But like, she was just amazing in that she ruled with an iron fist. Like she lost a recall election, but somehow got that election declared unconstitutional because they don't really have recalls in the state of Illinois. So when she won the lawsuit, she came in like with a DJ, and then she was playing the song "Ain't No Stopping Us Now." Yeah, like
to pay a DJ just to like make a scene. Like she does that kind of shit. I love that.
Oh, so, and then like Lori Lightfoot, the former mayor of Chicago, she was paid to do an audit, and they like the funds that were gone. They had like an emergency fund that's like long-term funds.
And she came into these positions like with a surplus, and then like left them with just millions of dollars gone.
There was an account that she had that it had over $3 million in like surplus funds, and she wasn't supposed to be able to spend from it at all. It's like long-term for the pensions for the firefighters. Which, by the way, shout out to the Dalton firefighters who had like children or medical conditions to find out that their health insurance was canceled in Dalton, which did happen.
That's what that money was for.
That was like part of it. But like the Lori Lightfoot thing, they were like, this had $2.899 million, and they're like, it currently has $3,900 in it. Like, it was
that's nice of her to leave a couple dollars.
Yeah, like who couldn't use $3,900?
Oh my god,
like it was so amazing.
Bad.
She like inverted a $7 million surplus, and granted, Dalton was not run amazingly that they had that surplus. Like a lot of that was COVID funding when she started, but they burned right through that money. Like
just trips. I don't know. Just again, where you would get the confidence to like spend that kind of money thinking like nothing's going to happen to you.
Happens a lot. And, like she was also the head of the Thornton Township Board of Supervisors. So what she would do is like cross charge, totally illegal to do. Like you would charge Dalton credit cards for Thornton Township trips and vice versa. Like completely illegal. You're not supposed to be able to do that. And she made, by the way, from Thornton Township, like $250,000, and she made $40,000 from the Dalton mayor because it was a part-time position. And like, so she's never spending her own money. She wasn't even paying her own rent.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
it was amazing. And like her boyfriend was on staff. She also had Keith Freeman, who ended up flipping on her in a bankruptcy
That's
lawsuit.
who it was who flipped. Okay.
But like he in his bankruptcy lawsuit, by the way, 2 people have flipped because they were indicted for bankruptcy fraud. But in his bankruptcy lawsuit, he only reported income from Dalton and not from the other job. And it's like, he's very publicly her right-hand man in both positions. And like, your public salary is like, you know, you could Freedom of Information Act request it. So Keith Freeman got indicted for that bankruptcy fraud.
Whoa.
Like the police
So he
chief
said what, he made no money from that job?
Yeah, like he was trying to half his income. So he's saying he only made money from I forget which one it was, Dalton or the township, but he worked for both.
So he really made a lot more money, just like Tiffany did. And he's what, just trying to not.
He was making close to like 200K, and he was trying to report
Wow.
he was making like 90K. Not to mention he had a bunch of LLCs and like very sketchy stuff. But like they had deputy, police chief Lacey, who is the guy who harassed Tommy G in Tommy G's little documentary. And he basically, this guy got fired in a bunch of different positions. He's terrible. At one point, he was disqualified from being able to carry a firearm, and Tiffany Henyard refused to remove him from office. It's like, imagine a police chief that is not legally allowed to own a firearm, but still the head of a law enforcement
He's
agency.
like a social worker now.
Yeah, well, a social worker that has a long history of beating people up too. But he also had bankruptcy fraud.
Wow.
And he was like lying about whether he was saying him and his wife were separated to lower his income, but like they were living together and they were clearly married. They were not separated. So he ended up taking a plea deal. So they're like, he flipped, and then Keith Freeman, they're expecting him to flip. His court hearing is like the 8th maybe or the 9th or something like that.
Oh, wow.
But like he already pled not guilty, and his hearing is a change of plea hearing. So he's probably going to plead guilty in the federal bankruptcy. And then you have 2 of Tiffany Henyard's top allies flipping on her, which means she's finally possibly going to go to jail. But
Do you really think she'll face jail time?
I don't know. She fled to Atlanta, and now she's doing podcasts in Atlanta where she's the victim.
She's safe in Hotlanta.
My favorite interview she's ever done is the Roland Martin interview, which, by the way, shout out to Roland Martin for being the worst interviewer ever. He lets her get away with everything. And then when people called him out, he acted like he was playing like 8-dimensional chess, like he's a super journalist. It's like, bro, Tiffany Henyard on that interview, and this is a real thing. She told
Are you trying to look it up?
Oh,
a snippet?
the Roland Martin. I don't know where the exact segment.
Roland Martin, Tiffany Henyard. Okay.
She convinced him. I don't know the time codes for this, but she convinced him in that interview. That's where I get the false allegations clip. That the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation had nothing to do with her. Like the charity that she appropriated money to.
I remember seeing a clip like about this.
Yeah.
And she was like, she was just trying to say it had nothing to do with her.
Now it's run by one of her staffers, and like everybody involved in it knows her.
She was saying like it was opened in her honor or something like that.
They use her name because she like clickbait, right? So Roland Martin, this is the one after where he has to do this later on. Like, but this is about the charity
He doesn't have
too.
a neck.
But like Roland Martin, she tells him that the Tiffany Henyard Foundation has nothing to do with her, right? Even though the Thornton Township appropriated $10,000 of taxpayer money to the foundation to pay for a walk, and Tiffany Henyard is at the walk on video, right? So she convinced him nothing to do with it. Then his producers like, Roland, like, you're a dumbass. Like, here's a commercial on the charity's website, or actually on the Thornton Township website, which she runs because she's the head of the Thornton Township Board of Supervisors. Here's a commercial of Tiffany Henyard with the charity that's on the Thornton Township website, like sponsoring the event. So he plays it for her, and she still is able to deny it to his face. And he just rolls with it. And then he acts like on Twitter that he was like doing 8-dimensional chess journalism and all that.
Oh, could it be this one? Roland Martin's epic fail interview?
That might be, yeah, I mean, you could click it. Oh, this Hannibal is Hungry, who's been covering the Tiffany Henyard thing for a while. But I don't know if he has this specific allegation in there.
Alization?
But yeah, there's the Hannibal is Hungry guy. He did great coverage. He's one of the earliest people.
Unmute the video.
They never reported on nothing. No, man, you should have did it this way. First,
that's him getting.
you have to ask a series of questions to get answers. And now you come back with, okay, there are contradictions in the answer.
Mr. Roland Martin, he wasn't too happy with the response and some of the criticism
First of all,
that many
you're
YouTubers...
that big. Why do you have a desk that low?
He wants to show off the
Don't
gut.
you want to show your? Don't you want to cover your belly a little bit, like that desk?
Hannibal is Hungry is also great at covering the Tiffany Henyard stuff. He was one of the early people on it. Like I think the earliest were me, Hannibal, and Nate the Lawyer.
Oh, I love Nate the Lawyer's content about it. It's so funny.
Yeah, this is like he got so much criticism for this interview because he was terrible. He let her lie to his face and like obvious things. I have no connection to the Tiffany A. Henyard Foundation for breast cancer. It's like, wait, didn't your mom die of breast cancer? And she's like, yeah. Like she's in the promotional
why was
material.
she denying it? Because she probably got money from that too.
Because the charity never filed any. For all intents and purposes, it's not a charity. It never filed any paperwork to be a charity.
Whoa.
But she appropriated 10 grand from Thornton Township, and then the Dalton credit cards paid the expenses for the march for the charity. So like it was clearly tied to her the whole time.
Whoa! Wow.
So that's like the charity fraud that's in there.
Smart though. I mean, like to like pull off this much fraud, like you have to be kind of smart.
Is she smart, or is like Illinois just like the most corrupt state? You know, she's in the south suburb of Chicago. One of the, like literally, Illinois has the most state representatives that have been jailed for corruption.
Oh wow!
And it's not the largest state in the country. It still has the most. Like it's just insane.
Okay.
She might be Somali. Who knows?
Let's play a snippet of this.
With the response and some of the criticism that many YouTubers had. Listen, Roland Martin was destroyed, just eviscerated by many YouTubers about how he conduced that
Her
interview
hair looks great.
with our super mayor. Just
Taxpayer paid for
destroyed.
it.
Yeah.
Hey, you didn't have any kind of research. You were very nice to her. And I say nice. You held her with kid gloves. You had no follow up.
Well, probably because he wanted to maintain that contact.
Well, no, it's Roland Martin is like his thing is like I'm super pro black. So this is a black woman being attacked. It must be because she's
black.
It's racism.
Right next to you. And you
first of all, look at him with the freaking Egyptian thing on it. Like he's like blacks are the real Egyptians. Like this is where we're at.
He's a we was Kang's black.
We was pharaohs and shit.
Fact checking some of the things. Shout out to Nikita, Dr. Nikita, fantastic guest. She broke everything down to a point we didn't have to watch any more of the interview, which was amazing because she broke everything down.
You got to jump ahead and see if he shows any clips of
that she wasn't honest with.
Exclusive interview.
Let me know if that's too.
About a variety of allegations against her. She's got national attention. A lot of critics out there with regards to
just
how
like
she's
ratio in his
operated as the mayor of Dalton as well as the supervisor of Thornton Township.
See if there's a clip where she's speaking on here.
This charity, Tiffany Henyard, letter, Henyard Cares Foundation.
This is him doing the fact check
Here's what
after.
I first asked her about the foundation. The charity that from the Attorney General's office, as I understand, they sent a cease and desist letter to your foundation.
I don't know nothing about that. I'm not crazy. I'm not
You have
deranged.
Tiffany Henyard Cares, your foundation.
Why does she answer that way? I'm not crazy. I'm not deranged. That was a weird. Like she was already telling on herself. Like she already had guilt instead of just saying. You know,
you might have had the video where he plays the clip earlier in your thing
like,
from Roland Martin where he does this fact check. You see the video that Hannibal is watching.
Odd way of answering that question.
But yeah, like it was, but in the interview, it's like,
wow,
this is another person making fun of Roland Martin. Everybody killed him for this. And again, he acted like a genius. Yeah, this is he's fact checking the
almost
thing.
replayed.
Supposedly fact checking. So this is after, all right. But you can see him get walked in the interview by her.
Kids Halloween dance party.
So this is the clip where he's like, everybody on the internet knew this. If Roland Martin was prepared, he would have known this.
So now I'm confused. In that video, in a council meeting, and I'm about to play the intro again. Mayr Henyard says, I have created a foundation. Press play.
Doing and I'm really big on that's dear to my heart is I'm real big on a cancer foundation. I have created Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation, and what that entails is helping everybody.
So she says, I have created the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. We pulled the article of incorporation. Pull it up. Now, when I asked her about this, she said, someone made up a foundation. Okay, someone. Here's the problem. The registered agent of the foundation is a Keith Freeman.
Yeah, the guy who flipped in the bankruptcy.
Someone did it.
So like, if it just
for the
pauses, this is
city
like
of
Roland
Dalton.
Martin's like cope like thing after he got all the backlash. So everybody who had people would have died for a chance for this interview. Everybody knew this already. That video was from months ago. So that's why his producer tried to help him in the original podcast by sending him the commercial with her at the walk for this foundation. But he just bought it hook, line, and sinker that Tiffany Henyard has nothing to do with the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation that Tiffany Henyard had appropriated taxpayer money to and participated in the walk. Like, so he's like, oh, this was done by Keith Freeman. It's like we had talked about this a year before. Like, and he's like, Keith
Who's also in on the take.
Yeah, exactly. Keith Freeman, who pled guilty on the bankruptcy. So this is like Roland Martin, like coping. He's like, oh, that's impossible. Roland Martin fact checks. So he act like he did something genius right here. It's like, bro, nobody got to interview Tiffany Henyard with the chance that he had, and Roland Martin just bungled it. And his full like 2-hour podcast where he interviews her for like 40 minutes, it's embarrassing. And again, that's where I get the false allegations and not facts.
Well, probably, yeah. He just didn't want to ruin his contact with her, and like,
oh, it's a black woman. That's in power,
right? Gotta respect.
But yeah, this guy. So yeah, this is like one aspect of it.
If
But
you
again,
look
she has
at
so many
the
different things. She had the
board of
shooting. You know about the
directors,
shooting,
there are
right?
five
No.
So there's a former
Woods.
Dalton City Councilwoman. I forgot her name at this moment in time, but she was going after Tiffany Henyard, and there's a crazy video on Tiffany Henyard's Instagram where she shows up at her property when the snow is coming down personally, and she's like, I shovel in your snow. She's like, because I take care of even the haters. And she's like crazy eye looking at her or whatever, and it's like intimidation, like, I know where you live. That's how this woman felt about it. But there's another video randomly of like a white SUV pulling up in her area, and then they just start firing at her property and take off. And like this video's on the New York
Tiffany's
Post.
property?
No, the woman that
who
she was
she
there to
shoveled?
intimidate, the former.
So she shot up her place.
Allegedly, she sent somebody to do that, but like after that, she showed up to her house with the shovel, and she's like, I'm doing this for all the haters, even you. I forgot that woman's name, but it's one of the craziest videos I've ever seen.
That is
so there's like a gangster
extra.
Government element to it. Like it's amazing.
She is. It's like a mafia situation. It is, because she wouldn't. There's so many people whose permits she held up to, businesses.
Yeah, if you
It
don't
is a
give her
mafia.
campaign contributions, she blocks your business permits for sure.
Wow, this is so exciting. If she does jail time, when could that happen?
I don't know. I just hope for the trial to be on television.
Yes.
Like, we need a televised trial. And if she could represent herself, Tiffany, if you're out
please.
there, please, from me to you, represent yourself. Fight off those allegations. You don't need no lawyers. That was another thing. She wasn't paying her lawyers too for certain things.
Oh,
like,
she might represent herself then.
who knows? She might get a court-appointed attorney.
Oh my gosh, to handle the allegations.
The false allegations that are based on hearsay.
She be given the business permit. They use police too as enforcers. Yeah, her personal bodyguard.
Like the police chief Lacey was like her top enforcer, and you would show up to government buildings and they would do crazy things. Like there was points where you used to be able to go into like the Dalton City Hall, and then she blocked it off. But like there's actual regular business that you guys might have to do there, like where you have to show, because it's a small town, 20,000 people. So then they opened it up for like just a window. And there was like little tricks that she would do where she would have a meeting in the Thornton Township, and she would have her people out front that you think are government people. And they say, oh, you have to go to the what you call it. The meeting's actually been moved to the basement for overflow.
Yeah.
So then people would move down there, and they try to lock them in the basement and have the meeting upstairs. Like that's false imprisonment.
Oh my gosh.
And
Wow.
you've seen the brawl at the Thornton Township meeting,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, where she got into it, where somebody's like,
Yes.
you gone, bitch. And then she went and fought that guy.
Oh my gosh, it's so entertaining. Yeah, to see the people
It's so
God,
good.
she's cut the mic on people sometimes, and yeah, I feel bad for the people who live there because they probably don't deserve all this attention. And
Yeah, well, they seem like good people, and they actually invited some, like, including myself. They were like, "Oh, they might want us to come to the inauguration of the new mayor."
Really? Was it Jason House?
Yeah, it never came through, but like that was the rumor that they were going to invite us. I don't know if we were too much of a distraction or anything, but like I didn't get the invite. But yeah, they were like really grateful.
Check your spam.
Oh yeah, maybe I missed an opportunity, but honestly, I wanted to see Tiffany Henyard get reinaugurated. And by the way, now she's like trying to pander to Trump people, saying they stole the election from me, just like Trump.
Oh God.
Which they kind of did in Thornton Township. They did some tricks to get her ass out.
Really?
Of office. Yeah, they kind of did. They did like a caucus, which they don't normally do, to make sure she lost like early on.
Whoa.
Yeah, they kind of did. So she could have had that.
It was all hands on deck. They're like, let's get this bitch out.
My favorite thing though on the Thornton Township is that, again, Roland Martin, worst interview of all time. So she was making $250,000 at the Thornton Township because like a guy died and she was appointed to his position. The salary was supposed to reset to like 50 or 60K.
Right after she was out.
But she ended up having them pass a new ordinance where it would reset to 25K.
Oh, even less.
Yeah, but only if it wasn't the incumbent. So she would keep the salary and keep the increases going. So like she tried explaining this to Roland Martin in his like long interview with her. And like you could tell she's lying in the explanation.
Wow.
And Roland Martin, again, no research. He's just like, strong black woman, must be racism. I don't know why this whole black town is against her. And, you know, there was also petty things. Like if you watch the meetings, you see Kiana Belcher like holding her. She's like a Thornton Township trustee, or sorry, Dalton trustee. She's holding her photo because Tiffany Henyard, you have all the photos of the representatives, which by the way, there's 6 of them. You have all of them up in one place. Tiffany Henyard removed her photo and didn't let her hang it, so she would bring it to every meeting. Yeah,
why?
Just like petty revenge against her.
No, she is so petty.
It was so good. But Dalton also, to be fair, had a stupid government because they had 6 representatives, and then, you know, for a majority, you have to have 4-2, right? Mm-hmm. But to override a veto, you need 2/3, which is also 4-2. So like, what's the point of the mayor having a veto?
Yeah.
Like, because everything is veto proof, but yeah.
Wow, they are stupid. Well, hopefully this Jason House guy is doing better, but he
seems to be.
He's less entertaining,
Yeah.
so it is kind of a loss.
He doesn't want to loot the city, the town.
Yeah, he
is
doesn't.
20,000 a town or a city?
Gosh, that's a good question. He doesn't need a makeup budget. He doesn't need a hair budget.
He's not dropping gangster rap videos.
No, God, I loved her music videos so much.
I'm starving the board. I'm feeding the people.
If she does go to jail, or if there's a trial, like we should definitely do a collab on that. That would be so much fun.
I'll be so hyped for it.
Oh yeah.
I hope she gets charged locally eventually, because I don't think you can have cameras in a federal courthouse.
Oh snap.
And who wants to go to the federal courthouse wherever it's located in Illinois? Probably Chicago.
Hey,
Probably not the best neighborhood.
Thanks. I'll just watch online. What other things do you have coming up, Sean? What other videos are we working on?
Right now, listen, I'm like putting out 2 videos a day, so like I don't even know.
It.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm doing more crime stuff. I don't want to reveal too much crazy stuff. Because I have nothing on the docket right now. I might do a breakdown of like how Candace Owens, there's like no way to fight against her and people should just give up.
I mean, I don't understand, but I know people love her. She has like a rabid fan base.
Have you ever watched her show all the way through?
The only show of hers that I've watched all the way through was because I was like on the road doing a comedy gig or something, or I was hosting for Tim maybe, and I watched the episode where she was accusing Macron of being a man, like Macron's wife.
That's a whole series, like, yeah.
And I just was able to watch only like one episode of that.
She is incredibly talented, like very engaging, and she has like an audience that like is like true crime moms plus conservatives plus conspiracy theory. But like not even that. I was like I've listened to her Erica Kirk series, which, you know, everybody wants to.
Episodes is that?
There are 5 in now. It's wild, but like, and it's also like incredibly evil to do to like, your friend's wife or whatever. But who cares about that? Like, there's no point of me saying that because it doesn't matter what you say. No. There's no point of saying it because, like, she's just going to reel in people on this. She's a very talented broadcaster, and she set up this Charlie Kirk thing, whether unintentional or intentionally, so well that nobody can beat it. Because when Charlie Kirk was first shot, she dropped all these different videos, and I'm going to break this down in a longer video. This is the actual preview. She dropped all these videos of her friendship with Charlie Kirk, of her hanging out with him and all that. And like, they were really sweet. And like, a lot of people loved it at the time. And I loved it at the time because it was like super sweet right after he was horrifically murdered and ripped away from us by a crazed leftist. So we all needed that. But what that site did is like, it also implanted in people's minds that Candace Owens is Charlie Kirk's best friend. Nobody cared about Charlie Kirk more than Candace Owens. And that includes Erica Kirk and everybody else, because she has all these clips and all these text messages and all these cute things. So that set her up to be the authority on Charlie Kirk. And everybody's playing catch up right now. And by the way, when I met Charlie Kirk, the one time I met him back in like 2018, he was super close to Candace Owens. I'm sure they were close for long after that. But yeah, she has that like credibility, or at least that she's established that credibility in a way nobody else does. So people are going to watch her series because they have it ingrained in their brain, no matter what, that she's the most trustworthy person on the Charlie Kirk issue.
Was she friends with him before he met Erica?
Yeah, before. There's like, she put out texts that were super cute where Charlie was like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna propose. Like, I hate her last name. I gotta replace it with Kirk." Like, it was really sweet stuff. Like, you know. But yeah, so she's unstoppable. Like, there's nothing you could do. You could attack her. I watched her episodes. They're like, oh, if you go after me, she's like, you're like really kind of like a gay man. Like, she just feeds her audience that people are going after because they're paid or this or that. But there's nothing you could do. Like, you kind of just gotta, it exists. Like, that's it.
You're not going to defeat her.
Yeah, you never are. She has a built-in defense for everything, especially on this topic. So there's no point.
Oh, now I want to watch it. I'm fascinated.
You should. It's super entertaining, but it's like, this is not like there was a episode that she put out on Monday over the weekend. Obviously, Iran was attacked by the U.S. government, where she says in the beginning of the episode that they killed Charlie Kirk because Charlie Kirk would have stopped the Iran war, right? She's like, basically, Israel did it. If she might have actually explicitly said it. Now, you're watching episode 4 of a series that is telling you about the mystery of Charlie Kirk's death. And she already said Israel did it. And this whole like in episode 4, in the beginning, the first 2 minutes. So it's like, logically, your brain's like, wait, why am I watching to find out if Erica Kirk did it? If she said Israel did it, but she said Israel did it because of the attacks over the weekend kind of messed up her plans. But like, her audience doesn't care at all about that. No, because it doesn't matter.
It's like true crime.
It's like, oh, did Erica Kirk Russell work with Israel? That's what we got to find out.
I was seeing things like, oh, like she's some kind of a plant, or
secret
like
Jew.
She has a squirrely backstory, or used to be a man. Oh my God,
she's the secret Jew.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know. That's where it's going. In the first episode, I was like, Erica Kirk is going to be revealed to be a secret Jew. I'm like, I'm waiting for this. Like, it was so obvious from the beginning, but people get hooked, and like, it's just, you know, you just get a little bit of bait. And Candace is a great storyteller. And again, there's no point. Anything I say right here won't change anybody in her audience's minds. Like, she has this on lock.
It's like, you're not going to shut down Alex Jones. It's just like,
Alex Jones is like demanding like accountability from her. He's like, in her replies, he's like, I thought you were going to tell us about them Egyptian planes tomorrow. He's like, that was 2 months ago.
I've heard a lot of people say that she'll tease out something and never.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You just give a little bait. She's a wonderful broadcaster. I watched the series that she did in response to Netflix to Making a Murderer to prove that Stephen Avery was guilty, which, by the way, 100% is. This is when she was at the Daily Wire. A friend of mine got me screeners to watch it early. It was really well made. Like, it was really, like, she's good at that true crime kind of thing. And she's mashed that with conspiracy and with Charlie Kirk and with like conservative-ish media / conspiracy media. And there's no beating it. Like, look at her numbers on the series. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm watching, and she's like mentioning, I watched one episode way back in the day before she was doing the Erica Kirk thing. And she was like, oh, she's like, I found a Pierre, but then I found another Pierre, and it's like these billionaire Pierres, because she was like tying it into the French Brigitte Macron thing. And I'm like, what the hell am I watching?
Like you're gonna, it's France. You're gonna find people named Pierre.
But like it was like French billionaires that are tied in. She's like, there was one Pierre hooked in with Turning Point USA, but now there's another Pierre. And I watched the Erica thing, and she'll mention, she's like, oh, there's a Pierre. So it's like all callbacks to her audience. So you have to like invest at one point, and going forward, you'll get all the references.
Wow.
And there's like very cleverly like worded lies in her thing, like about stuff that doesn't matter, but it connects the audience more. Like there was a point where she was like, Erica Kirk called her father's father a morfar, when that's actually called a farfar, like in Sweden, right? And this was a big thing in like episode 1. And she says, well, I looked it up, morfar, and I was like, oh, that means grandma. There's like, you know, nothing to see there. But then you guys, like you smart people in the audience, you told me no, morfar literally means mother's father, and farfar means that. But she's like, I would never have known that without you. Now, if you just look up morfar on the internet, it says mother's father, like grandfather on your mother. There's no way that you check that and it didn't say that, but you incorporate the audience. You're like, you guys, you gave me the tip, and it's like a lie that doesn't matter.
Well, the audience can help you a lot of times with something.
But like, if you look up, there's no way she looked up morfar at all. I know this issue is like completely irrelevant, but it connects with the audience. There's no way she looked up morfar and it didn't come up mother's father. Just look it up in Google. Like that's what will come up. But she very smartly says, oh no, you guys gave me that. Like, you know, it's just working them in. And yeah, it's like you're a part of the thing. And they do give her stuff. It encourages people to give her more stuff, give her more documents. So people will send her stuff from like the county clerk's office, risk their job to be a part of the show. And it's like, so that's why she's smart enough to manufacture like audience tips when she needs them, but also to use audience tips to forward her show. So again, it's like unstoppable. I would have never thought to do that. I would have been like, I looked this up, but Candace is like, no, I'm dumb like you, wink, wink. But you guys helped me. You contacted me. It's like, oh, you know, people in Sweden. She's like, mommy vlogger sent me this, you know, and she calls on YouTubers to do it. And it's just like really well executed. And again, unstoppable. Like there's no countering to her, because who has the time to counter? They're all hour-long episodes. Like there's no. Who
has the time to even watch her content, let alone try to take it down?
I drove and listened to like it, and I didn't even finish it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Matt, I think I missed a chat up there. Scroll. Viking only. Oh, great. Now on the subject of Candace, from Viking, only watermelon and fried chicken can stop Candace. I mean, that can stop anybody.
Disavow.
Yes, I disavow. I had fried chicken and watermelon in the last week.
Who hasn't?
Who hasn't? It's so good. The baby likes it. Oh my God, the baby's obsessed with this. We went to this new Asian buffet, and he just was like, that's why I think he's going to be into Asian women, because he's just like.
Oh, the dark hair? You were telling me this earlier.
He likes brunettes. Yeah. Maybe he's just. And I have a pair of like Asian glasses that a fan sent me. Like you put them on and they're like.
Oh my God.
And I put them on him and took a picture. It's really funny.
Oh, you put them on him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably use it to cancel him as an adult. I'm just kidding.
You're getting the compliment right now.
And grape drink.
Oh my God.
Grape drink. Chrissie Mayr every show. Seriously, I don't know who has time for that.
Of all the like chats on there for you to catch your eye on, it was the grape drink one. Disavow yourself.
I also drink grape drink.
Yeah, with the little barrel, like, you know.
Oh,
you get it from the store.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Aluminum.
No, I thought it means just like I have like Honest brand grape juice that like 30 calories a box for the baby.
No, the juice, like there's no juice in the hood. There's drink. And like it's not actually called grape drink. Like I'll forgive that from the chatter.
Juice.
No, it's called purple drink.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's like the ingredients are sugar, water, and purple. Yeah.
Needs more purple.
This is one of Dave Chappelle's classic, like most classic bits, where he's like when somebody was like juice, like what is juice? Like he never knew juice until he went to a white person's house.
What is juice? Yeah. We have purple. Yes, because I've heard of purple drink.
Yeah. And they come in these little barrels with aluminum.
Yes, because we had at my middle school, like you could walk to two delis. One was the Spanish deli, and then the regular deli. And I didn't really have money for the regular deli, but you could really stock up on like 25-cent items. Like they still have like loose candy you could get, and you could get those little plastic barrels of juice. And like, I remember they sold Orbits there. Remember Orbits? Oh, Arizona iced teas.
It's still 99 cents, I think. Well, they had those sodas that were like 50-cent sodas, like whatever off-brand cola.
Yeah.
Like I think they put lead in it in order to make it cheaper. But,
Oh, I miss it.
yeah.
And that's where all the fights took place. Like if someone like propositioned you to a fight, you'd always meet by the Spanish deli.
no, there were kids when I grew up that they would steal from the delis, and like when criminals don't understand the concept of like varying it up, so they would steal from the same store. They would steal like tobacco and like lottery tickets, so they'd always have somebody go to the back and like be like, oh mister, I can't reach this, but then they never buy it. It's like, how many times do you think that's gonna work?
That old trick. Yeah.
And then the delis were run like some kind of like Pakistanis or something like that. So one day they come in, it's like the 5th time they tried this. And the guy's cousin, they didn't realize he was there, so he had like locked the door when the guy was stealing. So yeah, they busted him up over that. But yeah, it was like the same deli.
Just youths, so
Yeah.
you can't really.
They were
blame them.
Koreans, like
Oh
too. Yeah.
wow, okay,
Yeah, I was in like a Korean neighborhood,
that's cool.
but criminal Koreans. Like I actually had the Korean friends go to jail.
Criminal with a K.
No, I had them go to. Yeah, true. I had them go to jail for homicide when I was.
Whoa,
It's pretty bad.
what a cool life you've lived.
Listen, I wasn't there and I didn't do anything.
But you know people.
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah, way to bring the room down.
Yeah.
Where can people follow you and find you and subscribe?
It was a homicide at a karaoke bar, so you know.
Oh, that's so Asian.
Yeah, having a little fun. Notobon is what the Koreans call it.
Oh,
But what was the question?
where can people follow you?
Oh, you can follow me on youtube.com/actual justice warrior. I don't know if that's how it works. That's my channel name. Twitter @IronShaw90. On Instagram, so much good brand integration. All the same thing, @actual justice. I'm also at Rumble on @actual justice warrior. Yeah.
Awesome.
And that's it, I think, right?
Yeah, usually you want to have them all the same name, but
Three different ones.
but not you. No, it's okay. You're so successful. You don't even need brand integration.
I still have to sell drugs on the side, so not that successful.
Oh, well, that's what makes you humble and just down here with the people. Chat, thank you for your comments and questions.
Where can we find you?
Me right here on NightMayr, or follow me on Twitter or on YouTube. This is gonna be a big week. I mean, it's not gonna get bigger than Sean here, but we'll try, because on Thursday we're gonna have comedian Larry Baya and our good friend Matt Mead on the show, and then Saturday we're gonna have Frank Valbiro, host of the Quite Frankly show, and everyone knows I do his show pretty often.
That's a good name for a show.
Quite Frankly,
I'm
yeah.
gonna steal that.
Well, Quite Chonley.
No, frankly.
Oh. Everybody tune in. Yeah, tune in on Thursday. Tune in on Saturday. And what else? Thank you guys for watching. And thank you, Sean, for coming.
Thank you for having me. It was nice to meet you for the first time ever.
Shut up.
You did it to me, but for real.
All right. Yes. Chrissie can be found stuck in the dryer. That's where I'm going to go now. Love you all. Bye.